Hello. Hi. Hello, hello. Hi. Okay, it's 7. Okay, so I'm gonna start soon. Hi. How are your exams finished already? Finished already? Oh, congratulations. You all can relax. You didn't. You're still watching this live. So hardworking. Yeah. Hi. Okay, I'm gonna start, okay, because it's 7. I just wanna 7:01 already actually. Okay, I just wanna let y'all know that registration for next year's online classes are open. Okay, we have online classes from P5 to P6. Alright, for English, math, and science. I'll be the one conducting the P5 online classes. Okay, can? Alright, so let us start with our end of year revision for Primary 4 Science. Hi. Oh, all the best, Yang Lim. Those of you who have finished your exams, I hope that you all score well, okay? Wishing you all the best. Okay, so let's look at hmm? This week's lives will be the last live for the year. Yes. Not say for the year, lah, but we will continue. We'll take a 2 weeks break, and then we'll continue during mid-November onwards. Okay, Ken? Oh, I know. Yeah, that's P4. Yes, this is P4 science. All right, so I'm gonna start reading. I'm gonna start. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at question 1. All right, so question 1 over here, it says that Jerry planted green bean seeds, okay, in 2 open plates X and Y. So for science, always remember to highlight and take down all your notes, the important things. Okay, so the key thing here you need to focus on is that there are 2 open plates. The plates are open, okay? But one of it, okay, take note, okay? Both of them are by the window. But the thing is, plate Y is placed inside a black box. Okay, so oh yeah, you finished your P5. Okay, those of you who finished your exams, all the best. Okay, hope that you manage to get uh good results, or I hope that you manage to get the results that you expected. Okay, then those of you who haven't finished your exams, all right, wishing you all the best for your papers this week. Okay, all right, so let's look at this. Okay, so in a science experiment, always identify why zoom in. Is in I think for in if I zoom in, then the whole question, then the corner of the questions are going to be blocked. Okay. All right. So let's look at this one. Okay. So over here, what happened is that, okay, you need to take note. Oh, your exam next. Why your exam so late, Nugget? Okay, but all the best. Okay. Okay. Always identify your change variables. Find out what is different between the two setups. Does anyone know what's the difference between the two setups? Yes, light. Yes. Yu Xiang. All right. Yes. So what happened is when there is a black box. Okay, basically means that light is being blocked. Right. So take note. Black box. Okay, and no black box. This is my changed variable in the experiment. Something that is different in the experiment. And but we cannot say that one have box, one don't have box. There's nothing scientific, right? Whether it's one have box and one don't have box. So what does the black box do is that just now someone said, yes, very good, Sushi. Thank you. Yes, all of you very good. So the difference is that one has light and one does not. Okay, so the change variable is the box, and for black box, there is no light for the seeds. All right, while plate X, there is light. Okay, so based on the experimental setup above, all right, what is the aim of his experiment? Always remember, your aim will consist of your changed variable and your measured variable. CV means change variable and V means measured variable. Okay, so it will, yes, hello, you're from AGrader. Welcome. Measured, what do you think is the measured? What do you think? When I put seeds, onto wet cotton wool, onto a plate. What do you think I want to observe? Sometimes they don't tell you the measured variable, so you have to think for yourself. What do you think the person is trying to record? And I leave it there. Oh, no Kahoot today. What do you think? Okay, for whether the seeds grow or not, or whether the seeds germinated. Very good. So the measured variable is actually about whether the seeds germinated, whether the seeds grow or not. All right. So based on this, okay, in this case, right? Okay, in this case, what happens is that, take note, okay, why I cannot choose height? Height is wrong. Okay, it's because you cannot measure the height if it didn't even grow. Correct? So it cannot measure the height if it didn't grow. Yes, very good. So the key thing here, the measured variable here, is that is about germination. Okay? And in this case, number one, yes, a lot of you got it correct. Yes, number one will be the correct answer because light is my change variable. Water is not my change variable. And I didn't measure whether the seeds make food or not. So I'm actually trying to find out, basically, if light is needed for seeds to germinate. Grow means seeds to germinate. Okay? Yes, very good. Height, not exactly. Not exactly. Okay, can because they if you need to measure the height, then they need to have like a ruler to look at the stem, right? So or the stalk. Okay, so for this, you don't measure the height to see whether seeds germinate. You can straight away look at whether the root starts to grow. Okay, can when the moment the root starts to grow, it means that the seed has germinated. All right, can? Okay, so we don't really measure the height. The one is after the roots grow. Okay, can? Okay, good. Yes, the answer is actually one. Okay, good. So not number three, okay? Be very, very, very careful. Okay, so you only measure height after the stalk or the shoot starts to appear. Okay, can? Okay, so let's move on. Okay, good. Any questions for question one? No? Okay. Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, what do y'all think? Okay, it's just nice this question, right? What do y'all think? Which one do you think will grow? Is it X, Y? None of them will grow. Okay, or both of them will grow. What do y'all think? MV means measured variable, something that is recorded. So they are going to record whether the seeds grow or not, whether the root starts to appear or not. What do you think? Whether it's X, Y, none of them, or both will grow? Very yes, I saw a lot of you say both. Okay, y'all please remember. Okay, both of them will grow. Actually, why? Because do you remember for seeds to germinate, for seeds to start growing, does it need light? Yes, yes. Okay, very good. They don't need light, right? Because you need to understand that what are the three things. Very good, Sumin. Yes, warmth. Okay, in order for germination to occur, okay, it needs the word wow. What is wow? Okay, wow, number one, water. Number two, oxygen, which is air. And number three, warmth. Light is not needed. Light is only needed when the green leaves of a plant starts to appear. Okay, can? Because seeds, right, inside already have something called seed leaves. Already have stored food to provide food for the seeds during their germination period. Okay, can? All right, so let me move on. Yes, very good. Light is for photosynthesis. That is only when the green leaves appear. Very good. Okay, so good. Let's move on. Yes, thank you for all your answers. Okay. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, very good. All right, let's take a question two over here. I show you the top part first, okay, because the banner on top is going to block the question. Okay, I'm going to show you the first part of the question first. Okay, it says here that the diagram below shows a model train used in a science project. Very good. Since it's underground, usually buried in the soil, right? So you already block all the light, but it still can grow. Yes, very good. Okay, so bars A, B, and C, D are used to help the train float above the base as shown in the diagram below. So which of the following shows the poles of the bars correctly? So now, in what do you think is happening? How come the train actually floats? Do you all know? What is this? How come it actually is floating? Yes, Yu Xiang, very good. Nugget, very good. Yes, Sushi, yes. In order for the train to so-called float, the magnets must repel each other. It must push each other away. Very good. So this floating is actually when the magnets repel. Okay, very good. Okay, wow, this one tips for P5. This one P4. Ayo, I only can give you tips based on this question. P5, I would say please go and study your reproduction in plants more. Usually, common questions will come up for that and cycles and water cycles. Okay, so over here, okay, when they repel, what kind of yeah, so little people because some school already finished their exam already, so they never watch already. Yeah. Yes, very good, Mrs. Donut. How come you spell until like that? Yes. All right. It's because when they repel, what kind of poles must face each other in order for them to repel? Is when their like poles are facing each other. Very good. And you must remember, okay, only magnets repel. All right. So these bars are definitely magnets. All right. Magnets repel. So so take note that A and C must be like poles, and B and D must also be like poles. Okay. Oh yeah, this one is P3 topic because P4 also got tests on P3 topics. Yeah, so we mix the topics up. All right. So over here, what happens is that like poles means that okay, A and C must have the same pole. Okay, so let's check. A and C have the same pole. So option P, A and C have the same pole. Okay, so far. Okay. Option Q. Oh no, option Q, A, and C is different poles. So cannot. So Q is really out. Okay. Now, for option R, they have different poles also. So cannot. So R is also out. All right. And option S, they have the same pole. So okay. So now let's check for B and D. Okay. B and D must have like poles. Like poles basically means that the poles must be the same. Okay. No, I think P4 you would have more P4 questions like heat. Okay, go and heat, light and shadows are more commonly tested in your end of year exams P4. Life cycles, okay, life cycles there might be a bit about about one or two questions. Same goes to your diversity in living things, animals, plants. More commonly tested I would be magnets. And magnets for P3 for P3 topics, okay? Okay, so let's look at this one. Okay, so for BD, yeah, there won't be so much P3 questions. Except for magnets, maybe got experimental questions appearing. Okay, can? Most of them will be P4 questions. Okay, like matters and its three states. Okay. All right, so let's look at B and D. B and D must also be like poles, right? So let's check it out. Okay, I use a different color for BD, okay? So BD, you can see that S and S, same pole. So this one can work. Okay. And let's check. Q and R, sorry, yeah, Q and R is already out. So we ignore these. Okay. So S has N and N, which are like poles as well. So accepted. Okay, so based on this, which one is your answer? Where I teach? I teach at North Point. Or I do teach online classes for next year. Next year online class, I'm teaching the P5 ones. Yes, very good, all of you. Yes, very good. Okay, so correct. All right, the correct answer is number 3, P and S. Okay, any questions so far for question 2? No? Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna move on. Okay. Okay, let's look at question 3. I will show you the top part of the question first, okay? This is your method. Just now you asked me, right? What kind of question will come up in P4? This one, very common. Okay, they definitely test you on method because it's one of the type of topic that a lot of students still get confused on in. Okay, so method, and it's 3 states. Okay, so this is a flow chart or a classification chart. Okay, and they say that David wants to use the above substances to fill up the balloon so that he will get a balloon with the shape as shown below. Okay, so which substances can be used to fill up the balloon? Now, in order for you have to think carefully, okay? In order for the substance to fill up the balloon, okay, you must think that, okay, what kind of state, your best topic, very good. What kind of state that do you think should be used to fill up the balloon? Any idea? Oh, but you must think, over here, right, they are not pressing the balloon. So don't you as long as can fill up. Yes. Not only gas, you can actually fill up the balloon with liquid, right? Have you all played water balloon before? Yes. Okay, so don't get tricked. Over here, they never talk about compression. They never say that they want the balloon to to be squeezed or whatsoever. So you actually can fill it up with water as well. Yes, very good. Okay, so do take note that if I want to fill up the balloon, I just need to look out for something that has no definite shape. Okay, no definite shape. Why? Because no definite shape can flow into the balloon. Okay, all right. If I cannot squeeze solid into the balloon, okay, yes, okay. Not if not, it cannot fit into the entrance here. Okay, so very good. So take note that based on this classification chart, okay, can you all tell me, okay, what kind of state cannot be compressed? Yu Xiang, the if the oval shape is so big, right? I don't think any if it's a solid, I don't think can fit into the opening here in the first place because it's a solid. So solid cannot be compressed. You cannot change the shape of the solid. So right, you cannot even squeeze into here first. You remember when you want to squeeze the balloon, you all know the balloon, right? The entrance of the balloon, the hole, you must be able to stretch it until until you can fit these exact same size. It cannot fit if it's a solid. I think the this part is gonna tear in the first place. Then you don't have a balloon anymore. Yes. Okay. Yes. We are not talking about freezing here, Yongxiang. Anyway, P4 you had not supposed to learn about freezing yet. But you but we are not talking about freezing, right? Did the question say you are supposed to freeze? No, they only say you want to fill up the balloon. Okay, so over here, all right, what happens is that I want something that doesn't have a definite shape. And thank you for all your answers. Yes, liquid, solid cannot be uh solid cannot be compressed. And I seen some of you say that gas can be compressed. Very good. Okay. And if I were to split liquid and solid up, which one do you think will be substance A? Which one do you think will be substance A? Liquid or solid? No definite shape. Very good. Thank you for all your answers. Liquid. Okay. Substance B would be our solid. So I cannot squeeze solid into a balloon into this particular shape. Okay. All right. So for this, I can only squeeze in substance A and substance C. I only can fill it up with substance A and substance C. So the answer is supposed to be number 2. Thank you for all your answers. Yes, I've seen some of you sending in too. Thank you for all your answers. Very good. Okay, can? The freezing part, wait until you go P5, then you'll learn. This is P4 question. This is P4. The school teacher won't expect you all to know about the freezing or change in state yet. So they won't test you. They won't set questions that test you on those. Okay, I got any questions so far for this one? How come to? Because liquid. You play water balloon before, right? As long as you can fit into the entrance, the hole of the balloon, then you can fill it up. Because this one they never say must be compressed. They just say can fill up. So you can use liquid to fill up a balloon, like water balloon like that. Okay, can? Final year paper. This was in your final year paper. Yeah, freezing is in water cycle. The one is in P5. That's why they won't for P4, they won't test you, they won't expect you to know that. Okay, so based on only your P4 knowledge. Okay. So everyone okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Okay, let's move on to this question over here. Alright. So this person, okay, cut two shapes. Alright. Circular and rectangular from two identical sheets. Always take note of your key variables, your key points, okay? Then they said that, okay, the circle has a diameter of 5 cm. Okay, those of you who don't understand what's diameter, right? Okay, by right, they are not supposed to test this school shouldn't tell you diameter. Okay, diameter basically means from the extreme left and extreme right, or the top and bottom, it is 5 cm. Okay, while the width of the rectangle is 2 cm. What those of you who don't know what is width, it basically means this line here. This is 2 cm. Okay, so what happened is they said that the two cardboard sheets are of the same size. Okay, so they cut out the two shapes. Means these are the holes, okay? These are the gaps on your cardboard. Alright? Yes, this is about light and shadows. Okay, so over here, they said they were placed together. That means they will stick together in a straight line between the screen and the torch as shown in the diagram here. So you look at the diagram. Okay, they are close to each other, basically sticking to each other. Which of the following diagrams would be the shadow cast on the screen? Take note, okay? They are asking for shadows. Shadows. This one is okay. A lot of you. Okay, everybody, you must understand, okay? You have to imagine, right? Okay, very good. I seen most of you say one, some of you say four. Four. The one is a hole, eh? This one is a hole. Okay, so you just imagine if I am sticking them together. You just imagine, okay, I draw for you, okay? I have sheet K sticking on sheet L. I draw on sheet L for you, okay? I have sheet K sticking on sheet L like that. Okay? It will look something like that, right? All right. And you need to know that sheet K does not allow light to pass through at this part, right? Because it's cardboard. Let me just shade for you, okay? I just do a rough shading. This part will block light, right? So just imagine this part is the same as this part when I put it on sheet L. Okay, I draw for you, okay? And not only that, right? This part of sheet L is also the cardboard, right? This part also the cardboard, right? This part also blocks light. So not only the circle part, the sheet K blocks light at the shaded part that I've just shaded. Okay, sheet L, I'm gonna shade the part that blocks light also. This part also blocks light on sheet L. So only which part allows light to pass through? Yes, this section here, right? Let me just use like yellow to show you that it allows light to pass through. Okay, so you can visualize it clearly. The yellow part. Okay, maybe yellow not so clear. I use orange to demonstrate light. Okay, only this yellow part allows light to pass through. Okay, so when light shines on the sheet, okay, what happens is that you should see this image as your shadow. Okay, can? So, yeah, later later then I scroll down because I need to explain this part. If I scroll all the way down, then then the top part will be blocked, you see? Okay? You must be patient. Okay, so based on this, what do you think would be the shadow cast on the screen? I still see three. Yeah. You see what I draw on sheet L? The one above is what I draw when if sheet K is here. Okay, I just draw how it looks like. Okay, sheet K is like this. The circle is like this. Hold on, This is the circle of sheet K. Okay, can? All right. Okay. So your answer, yes, is number 1. Very good. Okay, this one cannot because you're supposed to have a rectangular shape blocking of sheet L that's blocking light. Okay. And this one shows this is supposed to be this is totally wrong, okay? It's the cardboard that blocks light. Alright, so the surrounding is supposed to be I go up a bit. So this one is wrong. The surrounding is supposed to be the one that's blocking light. Okay, and this one shows me that no light can pass through at all. So it's totally wrong. There's a hole. Okay. So number 4 is out. Okay, can? Number 2 is out because there should be a rectangle that blocks light. Okay, so wrong also. So number 3 is out. Answer is number 1. You should have a 3 cannot. 3 is why you put 3? It's a hole. You know what does hole means? Hole means light can go through. So that means my orange part, light can go through. Okay, so for example, if I have, okay, I draw for you, okay? Those of you who say number 3, right? Number 3 is shadow, If I have okay, I draw for you, okay? If this, right, is placed on sheet L together, sheet L is at the back, so sheet L will block like that. I draw dotted to show you sheet L behind the sheet K, okay? So light can pass through where? Light can only pass through this part. Let me just highlight for you again, okay? Light can only pass through this part. Why? Because the rest here is a cardboard blocks light. Okay, can? Understand? Understand already? Yes, the answer is 1. Okay? Yes, very good. Okay. Okay. I so funny. Okay, everyone, okay, can? Okay, let's move on to question 5. Any questions for question 4? Someone? Any more questions? Okay. All right, so let's look at question 5. Okay, question 5. I show you the top part first, okay? Okay, over here, all right, it says that John placed 4 similar plants in identical jars, each containing water at the same level as shown in the diagram below. Okay? Hey! Okay, he then placed all the plants next to the window, okay, for an hour. So, can you send in your answers to me? What do you think? Which must read the question carefully, okay? Which 2 setups should be compared to show that roots absorb water? So, based on like the aim, this is like the aim of the experiment. Based on the aim, think, what should be my changed variable here? What's my change variable? Why you choose that too? Okay, most of you chose the setups A and C. Okay, but why? What's my change variable? Based on the part A. Yes, very good. The roots must be the change variable, right? So good. Based on A, You see, I want to show that the roots change variable, absorb water, measured variable, right? So the tool setup that I choose is supposed to have everything the same except for the change variable, except for the roots. So very good. Most of you got it correct. It is A and C. Very good. Okay, so set up A and C. Okay, but why? Why set up A and C? They call it to give a reason. Okay, so every time they call it to give a reason, right? Very good. Thank you for all your answers. Okay, you must tell your teacher. Okay, you must tell your teacher why I chose A and C. Because this is my change variable. You must tell your teacher, oh, what is the change variable of the experiment? What is supposed to be the change variable? Okay, so your reason must state your change variable and why you choose A and C, because the other variables are the same. Okay, what must be my constant variable? Okay. Oh, but don't need to state everything. You can just say the other variables must be kept the same. Good enough already. The most important thing is you must tell your teacher what is my change variable. Okay, Ken? So for this, why do you choose setup A and C and not the rest? Okay, you must say that the only changed variable is the roots in contact with water. Do not say presence of roots. Okay, why? Because right, this one, right, they didn't remove the roots. So you must be a little bit more specific. Okay, I the change variable is whether the roots is touching the water or not. Okay, so the change variable is the roots in contact with water. Okay, and all the other variables must be kept the same. The test will be fair. Okay, Miss Donut, Mrs. Donut, you must say and other variables are kept the same or other variables remains the same. Then you get it correct. You must add in that one. Okay? Nugget, you must assume that your teacher don't know anything. For science, it's like you are teaching the teacher like that. Okay? Because the teacher will mark based on how well you can teach them. Okay, so and all the other variables remains the same. Okay? So funny. I know it's just a joke. So you must pretend, okay, every time you do your open-handed, you must explain. That's why every time your teacher will say, you never explain enough. Not enough keywords, right? So why? Because you must treat your teacher don't know anything, and then you must explain it's in the way that it completes the whole sentence, okay? So your teacher can understand what you're saying. Okay, just imagine your teacher doing anything. Alright, so explain in that way. Alright, so okay. So over here I'm gonna highlight the key thing. Alright, so you must say that the only change variable is the roots touching the water in contact with water, and other variables must be the same. That's why I choose A and C. Is it like English? Hmm? The leaves not different. You see, the A and C, the number of leaves are the same. I chose A and C. Don't look at B and D, okay? Don't look at B and D. I chose A and C. Then you must explain why you choose A and C. Because of this one. You must read the question. This is my aim. The person want to do an experiment to show that roots absorb water. Okay? So the rest of the thing must be the same. Based on this aim, this is like an aim of the experiment, the purpose of the experiment. The roots must be the change variable. That's why I choose A. The roots wrapped in the plastic bag cannot absorb water. Okay, and C, the roots in the plastic bag cannot absorb water, and A. The rest must be the same, like the number of leaves. Okay, Ken? Okay, Okay, Ariel? Alright, I'm gonna move on. Any questions so far for A? You like OEQs? That's good. Seldom people say that they like open-ended. Okay, let's move on. Okay, let's move on to B. All right, so John over here conducted another experiment using setups A and B. Now, another experiment, everybody. The person decided, okay, now I'm going to choose A and B for this experiment. All right. And they said he measured what? What did he measure? He measured the height of water level. Okay, what do I mean by height of water level? That means this one, you see? The amount of water left, basically. Okay, for both setup at the end of the experiment. Now, we already know our measured variable here, right? See, what is he trying to find out? Trying to find out is the aim. Okay, I go up a bit so you all can compare A and B, okay? Trying to find out is like the aim of the experiment. All right, Ken? Okay, yes. All right. Yes? Okay. What happened? What are you talking about? Ariel, you don't get confused. A and C, we are choosing A and C. Don't look at B and D for part A, okay? Don't look at B and D. I think you are looking at B and D also. Okay? But for part A, we only choose A and C. So don't get confused, okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on, all right? So let's continue with part B. Okay, so part B, okay, based on this aim, right? Part B, y'all listen carefully. Okay, what happens here is we already know the measured variable. So what's my change variable here? Does anyone know? Oh, Miss Donut. Okay, yes. Okay, so all you have to do is to find out change variable. Just look at what I choose. I choose A and B, right? Then you look A and B. What exactly is different in A and B? Okay, a lot of you said number of leaves. Very good. Okay, a lot of you say number of leaves. Yes, so number of leaves are my change variable. Very good. So these for A and B, number of leaves is the change variable. So remember, for aim starts with the word to find out. Very good. So we say to find out. Okay, so what do we want to find out? We want to find out what? Okay, always talk about. Okay, to find out, okay, always talk about a change variable first. Okay, so we use the word how. I want to find out how the number of leaves, change variable first. Always remember, change variable affects measured variable. Okay, so to find out how the number of leaves okay affects the amount of water absorbed by the roots or taken in by the roots. Okay, again? What happened? Hey, everybody. Don't fight among each other, please. Okay, everybody. All right. Your answer is okay. Can you can write okay, you can either write affect the amount of water taken in by the roots, amount of water absorbed by the roots is fine. Can. Yes. Okay. Yes. All right. So I'm gonna highlight the key thing. Number of leaves is my change variable. Always remember in your aim, you must have your change variable and your measured variable. Okay. Rate of absorption. That one is a bit advanced, for P4, but it's fine as well. Okay, again? End of year EOY means end of year examinations. Okay, let us go to C. C very easy. Can you tell me what's your answer for C? Tell me, hello everybody, let's read the question carefully, okay? When you're doing your science exam, this one, they're asking for another function. So please do not talk about absorption anymore. Hold the plant, anchor the plant firmly to the ground. Very good. A lot of you got it correct. Okay. Yes, very good. Okay, so hold the plant firmly to the ground, anchor the plant firmly to the ground. Yes, do not put hold the plant upright. Why cannot say hold the plant upright? A lot of students always get confused here. Hold the plant upright is the function of the what? Stem. Yes, hold the plant upright. Upright is stem. So the moment you see upright, right, that is stem. Okay, so do not, a lot of students like to get confused, always get confused with roots and stem when it comes to the holding. Okay, they all see holding and then mix it up already. Okay, so try not to get confused with that. So the other function of the roots is actually to hold the plant firmly to the ground. Okay, or to anchor is fine. Okay, let me write hold the plant firmly to the ground. Or anchor the plant firmly to the ground. Very good. Everyone okay? Yes, the answer is correct. It's donut. All right, I'm gonna move on. Okay, I'm gonna yes. Oh no, Turtle. It's okay. All the best. I hope that you score well when you get back the results. Okay, let's look at question 6. Okay, now over here. Here says that Roger conducted an experiment. Okay. Using 4 rods of, okay, always remember in science, right? Highlight the important things, okay? Okay, we have equal length and thickness, but made out of different materials. The moment you see the word different materials, different, right? Means that is my changed variable. Yes, Uncle Roger, you're like the Fuyo guy. Okay, so different materials, that is our changed variable. Okay, and then a P is attached to the end of each rod, and they have the same amount of wax. Okay, you need to understand that wax is something, right, that will melt when you heat it up. Okay, so the 4 rods were attached to a metal container filled with hot water. So take note, there is hot water, and this hot water is going to heat up each of the rod. Okay, always remember, heat always flows where? From a, how many more questions? As in 2 lah, 2. As in 2 full questions, question 6 and question 7, not parts, okay? Heat always flow from a, what? Does anyone remember a science concept? Heat always flow from a, no Kahoot today. Flow from a hotter, yes, hotter region to a colder region. Very good. Okay, so based on this, let's look at the time taken, okay? So they show you the time taken for the P to fall. Okay, time for P to fall. This is my measured variable. Something that is recorded. Okay, so can you arrange for me? Arrange the four materials starting from, always look out, read the question properly, poorest conductor of heat. Poorest means what? Poorest means, very good, thank you for all your answers. Poorest means what? Poorest means that the time taken will be the longest time or the shortest time for the wax to melt, for the pea to drop. The worst, take the longest time, right? Very good, because poorest, remember, okay, means heat flows slowly. Okay, heat flows the slowest. Slowest means took the longest time. Okay, so this one took the longest time, so it's the poorest conductor of heat. So very good, I see in your answers now R, yes, followed by okay, very good, S. Okay, the next slowest one, followed by Q. Very, hey, why I got P, Q, S, R? Don't choose P first. P, time taken very fast. Time taken, right, is short. That means you run a race, right, and you finish the race very quickly. Your time taken is shorter, right? Means you finish the race fast. Okay, poor conductor is not fast. Poor conductor, everything is slow. Okay, Ken? So poor conductors take the longest time. Okay, so it should be R, S, Q, and then P. All right, P took the fastest time. Okay, fastest. Shortest time means you run very fast. Okay, means it flows very fast. Okay. Okay, Ken? All right, very good. Any questions so far for this one? All the best for your exams. No? Okay. All right, so let's move on to the next one. So this one very easy. Which of the following variables should be kept the same to ensure a fair test? Which one do you think? Kept the same, okay? Always remember, the variables that you keep the same cannot be your change variable or measured variable. No. Change variable must be different. Measured variable is your result. It must be different too. So, yes, very good. Some of you say, the last two. Yes, material of the rod is the change variable. It should not be the same. Okay, but the amount of wax should be the same. The distance between the hot water and the pea is supposed to be the same. Very good. What do I mean by distance? Over here. Here. These supposed to be the same. Okay, Ken? Okay, all the best. Those of you who have completed your exams, hope that you score well. And those of you who are taking your exams, all the best, okay? Okay, let's go back down. All right, so let's look at C. C, he wants to use a frying pan to fry an egg safely. So based on the results of the experiment, can you choose the material? He should make the handle and explain why. Okay, you must think carefully. Handle. Do you want your handle to be hot, fast, or slow? I think I see some of you sending me the answers already. Do you want your handle to... Yes, I don't want my handle to be hot so quickly, right? If not, you're going to burn my hand. So, handle is supposed to be... Yes, it's supposed to become hot slowly. Okay? It become hot, slow, the slowest. Okay, slowest means I want it to be the poorest conductor of heat. Very good. Okay, so the poorest conductor of heat is which one? Very good. A lot of you put R. Very good. R is the poorest conductor of heat. Over here. We have written it here already. Okay, but everybody, when they call you to explain, okay, very good. Explain, right? Oh, very, very. Hi, Maria. Yeah, all the best for your exams. Okay, so explain, right? Remember, some school use CER, AGrader use DSL. It is the same thing. Okay, so what is D? D means you need to tell me the results. Why did you choose R? You need to tell a teacher why you choose R. Because based on the result, R took the longest time, right? The R took the longest time for the P to fall. So what does it? That is describing the results. Okay? Second step, longest time means what? Longest time means that it conducts heat. The next life will be like, we are having a break for 2 weeks. So there will not be any life for the next 2 weeks. Okay, this week will be the last week. Next, okay, then the okay, so the next life, later I tell you the next life. Okay, next life will be English if I'm not wrong. Okay, I think if I'm not wrong, it's on Thursday. Okay, but let us continue this question first. Okay, it took the longest time for the P to fall. Longest means what? Heat flows the slowest. So that is your science concept. Okay, so let's write this one down step by step, your notes. Okay, when you explain, you need to describe the results. It took the longest time for the P to fall. Okay, then second step, science concept. Okay, what does it tells me? It tells me that talk about heat must be something scientific. Okay, heat is conducted to the PEA, not PE, okay, PA, the P, the slowest. Okay, so what property does it show me? When it comes to material, they always test you about property, showing that it is the poorest conductor of heat. All right, so Miss Donut, you must add your results. You must your teacher will ask how do you know there's a porous conductor of heat? Okay, can? Okay, so that's why you got the D, describe the results. Okay, then your science concept, okay, which is about property, and then your link. Why would you want to use it? Why must your handle of the frying pan be the porous conductor of heat? So that, okay, the handle will conduct heat slowly and you can hold it without getting burnt. Okay, can? All right, so I'm going to write down the key points. So you need to say that you choose material R, but why is it R? Okay, talk about the results. The time taken for the P to fall is the longest. Okay, so what does it show? Longest means what? Showing that it conducts heat to the P, the slowest. And R is the poorest. Please use the correct comparison words, okay? There are 3 materials that we are comparing. So you have to use EST, okay? Superlative. Poorest conductor of heat. Okay, so why would you want to use a porous conductor of heat to be made into the handle of the frying pan? Okay, so you must say the handle. So the handle will conduct heat slowly, allowing the user to hold it without getting burnt. EST, where got EST? Depending, DSL, this one is DSL. Describe, science concept, and link. Describe the results. See, results. Time taken. Based on the results, time taken will be for the P to fall is the longest. Science concept. What does it show? Longest time means what? You must explain to your teacher step by step why you choose R, because the time taken is the longest based on the result, right? Then what does longest time means scientifically? You must say that it conducts heat the slowest. So it is the poorest conductor of heat. When it comes to material, must state the property. Then your link, it will. Why would you choose the poorest conductor of heat to be made into a handle? It will conduct heat slowly, so the person can hold it without getting burnt. CR is the same. Claim, right? Claim, evidence. Evidence is time taken is the longest. Reasoning is this one. Okay, same thing. Miss Donut, just now I say already, you have to explain. You need to write the red color part and the black color part. You will get like, you will not get your full 2 marks. Maybe you get one or half, depending on how strict your teacher is. Okay? Can? So you cannot straight away just say like, oh, it is the poorest conductor of heat. The teacher will ask you how you know it is the poorest conductor of heat. Okay, can? So you must remember to use the CR method or the DSL method for AGrader teach DSL. Okay? Yeah, I have. Okay, everybody, okay? Any questions for this one? Okay, I'm gonna move on, alright? Since no one replying, whether they got no question, I move on. Okay, let's take this question next, okay? Okay, over here it says that a packet of flour was opened and left on the table as shown below. Okay, so they said that the adult laid eggs on the packet of flour. Give a reason why. Any idea? Why this? Imagine you are a fly. Adult H is like a flies, right? Insects, okay? So why? Why? Why do you think they would want to lay their eggs there? Mm? Incubate doesn't mean must put on flour. Right? They can just lay eggs on somewhere warm like a cupboard. Why must it on the flour? Yes, it's like food, right? Yes. Flour is like food for the young when the young hatch. Okay, very good. So it's like food, right? You use it to make bread, right? So it's like food. Okay, insects don't need to cook it. They can just eat it straight away. Okay, can? So why? Give a reason. Talk about feeding. Okay, for science, right? Don't say eat, don't say food, say feed on. Okay, so you can say that so that the use the words given to you in the question. Okay, the larvae can feed on the flower immediately, or you can say when after they hatch. Also can, after hatching. Okay, try to use the word feed on. As there can, Mrs. Donut. Can. Yours, as long as okay, you see the words that I highlight, right, are the words that I need to use. Okay, the way you phrase, never mind, as long as you mention this in your answer. So you said that, okay, food, okay, feed on, can. The flower is the food. Can. Okay? Okay, let's look at B. Polymers, no. Polymers are plastic, right? They won't use the word polymers, but they'll use plastic. Plastic under materials for P3. Okay? Okay, B. Anyone know what's the answer for B? Identify the stages of the insect's life cycle that were missing. Okay, some of you said egg, some of you got mentioned both egg and pupa. Okay, okay, very good, very good. So yes, the correct answers is your yes, egg and pupa. Why? Because the moment you see the word larvae, right, means got larva stage, right? Means yes, it is a 4-stage life cycle. So the ones that were not shown in there is actually the egg stage and the pupa stage. Okay, so they call you to identify, so don't need to explain. Okay, yeah? Very good. Yeah. It is adapted from other papers. Okay, see everybody. Just look at the table. It shows you the number of larvae found in the flower at different temperatures. So, what is the best temperature to store the flower, and explain your choice if it's you. Okay, if it's you, you are the person having this flower, right? And you look at the number of larvae. The insects love laying eggs on the flower at certain temperature. So which one would you choose to keep your flower? Do you want to eat flower or make food with flower that has lavas inside? Yeah. Huh? Why got 10? No, 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 no. Based on here, okay? Dude, 10 is no, no, no. Temperature. Best temperature, not number of lava. Temperature. Only 20. You want to choose 20, 25, 30, or 35. Don't choose 10. 10 is number of lava. Yes, very good. 35 degrees. Okay. Oh, based on the table. Okay. Don't write something that is like outside of that is not written in the table because it's going to support your choice. That means must be something shown in the table. Okay, so the table based on the options there. Yes, I'm going to choose 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, remember to write 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, why? There is not a lot of lava. Okay, we try to use comparison words. Okay, it has the least number. Okay, they always use like comparison or superlatives. Least. Okay, why I choose 35? Least number of lava found on in the flower. Okay, so there would be so they will it will the chances of it spoiling is is the lowest. Okay, can how many marks yeah, you will get half because your idea is there, but use comparison words. Okay, can the only problem is your comparison words. Don't put not a lot because the teacher will say 28 seems like not a lot also. Why don't want to choose 20 degrees Celsius? Okay, can so must be more specific. Least. Okay, can all right. So I'm gonna write this one down. You have to say that there is give support your choice. There is there was the least amount or number of larvae found in the flower. Okay, so the chances of it spoiling is the lowest. Arial can also. Okay, the one that I wrote down is additional at the back. I'm gonna highlight the one that's compulsory. Okay, the one that's compulsory is least number and this one. Okay. I don't want to taste that kind of. I don't want. Later, I accidentally eat the lava. How? Would you want to try? Okay. Okay. Any questions so far? We have come to the end of the live. No. Okay. I just want to let you all know. Okay, that registration for online classes for next year. Actually, our classes for P5, right? Next year, if you are P5, our classes are going to start in mid-November. Okay, so for P5, next year P5, okay, we're going to teach new things. All right, so the online classes are registration are available. Okay, I'll be conducting P5 online classes. All right, so if not, okay, the next live, let me show you the next live. Okay, for P4 English is on Thursday 7 p.m. All right. How come it have to be the 35 and not 28? Because 20. Okay, hold on. I removed it. Those of you who have nothing already, all the best for exams. Okay, I'll see you. Okay, Ariel, because 20. Why 28? Because they never give me any result for 28. Ariel, you must give the option. You must select an option that is shown in the results. because you cannot assume by yourself, because they call you to support your choice. Support means like you have to prove it why you choose this. Okay, it must be something that's shown in the results. Okay. Bye bye. Oh, you mean 28 lava? 28, still got a lot, still got quite a bit, you know. I want the least one. I don't want to see so many in my flower. Okay, when I don't want to see so many in my flower. The least lava, the better. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, again. Yay. Bye. Okay, again. Any questions? If not, I'm gonna end the live. Okay. Okay. Good luck to everybody. Those of you who done your papers, hope that you score well, and those of you who have not completed your papers, wishing you all the best. All right. Bye bye. Next week don't have. Next week don't have live. Okay. Okay. Bye bye, and all the best for your exams. Bye.